Hey, this is Glenn at EDC-Abled, where we are about looking at everyday carry through the lens of chronic illness and disability. Today we have a gear review for you. I'm looking at auto canes. Before we get started, if you've not done so already, please subscribe as an active way of supporting the channel and the community. Would much appreciate that. So we're going to unbox these guys, and we're going to look at some initial specifications, initial impressions, and then we will get into our durability and usage testing, and we'll end things up with a summary and a ranking. So without further ado, let's unbox these babies. Now, when we say auto canes, we're not talking about automatic canes as if a weapon could materialize out of the handle with a push of a button. As cool as that would be, that's not what we're talking about. These are car canes, and the way they work is the stem, I'll just show you one here. The stem of the device is inserted into the latch lock in a car door frame. And here's a picture of the car door frame and showing you where that goes in. And they help to distribute weight onto the hand and off of the legs to help with stability or lower pain level as one is getting into or out of a car. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at these one by one, look at their price point, look at their ratings on Amazon, look at the material they're made of, and I'll just give you a sense of how they feel in my hands to start with. First up, we have the Valorcielo. This is a aluminum shaft here that obviously extends into the handle with a rubber grip. It's anodized to prevent rusting. You know, this reminds me of like a bike. Doesn't it remind you of like a bicycle grip on a early child's bicycle or even adult back in the day? It can be like a handlebar. That's what it feels like. It's it's pimply on this side and ridges on here, and it has a good grip. I kind of like the grip. It's not going anywhere in my hands. This is the Valorcielo and sells for $9.99 on Amazon. It gets a rating of 4.5 out of 3,282 reviews. Of course, that changes as time goes on. And it claims to support 300 pounds. It's available in red and blue. Yeah, I have no way of checking the validity of the seller's claim of 300 pounds. I can tell you it feels sturdy. And I think this is going to be a matter of a caveat emptor or a truly laissez-faire market, that you know that the product works if there's nobody else complaining about it. And that's what kind of a laissez-faire capitalism looks like. It's not really regulated, but based on people's experience, we know whether this is a good product or not. 4.5 stars out of the 3,282. That's a statistically valid rating on this. Next up, we have something very similar. This is the Able Life car cane or auto cane. And you can see it's really made, looks like the same materials. It looks like it's, well, not quite. I mean, it's slightly different. They're both aluminum, both anodized aluminum stems around the same height. Yeah, they actually, you know what? These had to have come out of the same manufacturing facility, just sold by different distributors. However, the Able Life, it is distinguished in that it also has ridges on the back. Some are not as deep. And it has, instead of the pimples, it has the finger grips. And this also feels very good in my hand. It feels solid. My hand's not going anywhere as I grip this. Again, the Able cane right here sells for $14.99 as opposed to the $9.99 here. It's also rated 4.5. Able cane has a lot more reviews, however, 9,339 reviews. Maybe this is either came first out on the market or otherwise a more trusted brand. It also supports 300 pounds. This comes in blue, red, or lavender. This also comes in a blue as well, the Valorcielo. So those are two very similar canes. We're going to start off with these, and we're going to move on to what we have next. Next up, we have the Vive car assist handle. This is a composite material, meaning it's at least two or more different types of material put together in such a fashion to give it really good strength and durability. It's a little bit hefty in my hands. I think, let me see, compared to this, a little bit heavier than in the last two canes we looked at. What Vive touts about this particular cane is that this kind of composite plastic material, that's not going to scratch the striker plate, or when it's put into the striker plate, it's not going to scratch the door, which would be a plus. We're going to do some usage testing of the aluminum stem, and then we'll try out the plastic stem here and see what works best. Again, it has good heft. The grip is a good quality. Also, not really, going anywhere. I get a good purchase on this handle with my hand. Yeah, again, this is the Vive car assist handle, the scratch-proof latch. Now this goes for $16.99 at Amazon. It gets a rating of 4.7, a higher rating than the first two, but only 460 reviews. From what I remember in my statistics classes, 460 views should result in a valid rating for this device. And correct me if I'm wrong, that 460 is going to be a sufficient number to get an adequate, statistically valid review of this particular device. Again, that's our Vive made of composite material, and we're going to move on to the next here. Next, we have the Kounatsuri car door handle. This is an interesting device. And this is going to depart a little bit from the prior two devices insofar as this material is made of, the Vive was made of plastic. The first two were made of aluminum. This is made of forged steel. It has a really, really nice grip. The foam here on this handle is nicely ridged. You can see the recesses here. It creates a really nice grip. Plus, it's a nice cushioning because we're going to put a weight on this when we use this as a cane to either enter or leave a door. And having that cushioning is a nice factor, particularly as my hands are arthritic and not as strong and sensitive to pain actually. So that's a nice addition. This has a seatbelt color here. It's lodged in here. There's a blade lodged in here, and it's protected on either side, so you're not going to get to it with your fingers. There's really no danger, unless you have maybe a child's fingers, maybe really small fingers. I don't know, but for an adult, you shouldn't have to worry about that. And the way this would work is this would slice across the seatbelt. We're going to be doing some, since it claims to do that, we're going to test that. We're going to test how how it cuts through seatbelts coming up here in a little bit after we do our usage testing. The only thing that concerns me is there's a plastic here, and I'm not sure how well it's going to hold up with our durability testing, which is coming later on in our review here as well. But anyway, this is the Kounatsuri car door handle. It goes for $9.99 at Amazon. It gets a rating of 4.6 out of 805 reviews on Amazon. What I like about this, in addition to the grip, this also with the forged steel, it has a higher rating. Instead of 300 pounds, it's rated for 400 pounds. Again, no way testing that, but I'm thinking the forged steel is going to make a stronger device than the aluminum or the composite plastic material for the Vive. Next up, we have the Emson car cane. Now, Emson is the distributor. Let me show you the package here. It's a Bell & Howell product. A 4-in-1 device, features a car cane, LED flashlight, a seatbelt cutter, and it has a window breaker as well. So this is our item here. Again, sold by Emson. It's a Bell & Howell product. Multiple features. I could just tell you that just the feel of my hand is similar weight to maybe maybe a little lighter even. Is that possible? No, similar weight to these. Similar weight to the first two items we had. The grip has the ribbed rubber. It doesn't feel as secure in my hands because on the belly side is plastic, and this plastic it's kind of slippery. So that would be a negative. We'll see what happens in the usage testing if this is going to make any sort of difference. There is a button here for the flashlight. We'll test out the window breaker in what I'm anticipating is going to be a bonus video to this video where we have some additional devices to assist in getting in and out of a car that I have recently become aware of. So we'll test the window breaking ability in that bonus video. Certainly we'll be able to test the seatbelt cutting ability in this video. This Emson, or rather Bell & Howell product, it sells for $11.49 on Amazon. It gets a 4.7 rating out of a 8,412. Again, 4.7, 8,412. Now 4.7 is going to tie with a Vive, a much smaller number of reviews, but so people seem to like this, although to me it seems like the slipperiness on the handle might be problematic. And also there's a lot of plastic in here. I'm not sure how this is going to perform in our durability testing. We're going to put all these auto canes through a series of tests to see how they hold up. So this is our lineup here that we're going to be testing. Once again, we have the Bell & Howell, which we just reviewed, the Kounatsuri, the Vive, the Able cane, and Valorcielo. Okay, those are the initial impressions, and just review them again. Again, these two very similar items, and as aluminum rubber handles, similar grip, similar weight. This is the Vive auto cane, feels a little heftier, little thicker handle. The advantage of the Vive is that the composite material should not scratch the door frame once it's inserted into the striker plate. The Kounatsuri, very comfortable rubber grip. I like it a lot. It also has a seatbelt cutter. And finally, the Bell & Howell, which has the seatbelt cutter as well as a light and claims to break glass. We'll be taking a look at all these in some usage testing coming up, so stick around.